Today's horoscope, Sagittarius May 21st, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The Sun begins its transit of your solar house today, where it will transit until June 20th. This transit puts a spotlight on your close relationships and your expectations of others. Your larger focus turns to partnerships, negotiations, and self-expression through your connections. While this may not be the most dynamic or independent time of the year, your increased ability to negotiate and compromise strengthens your social life. You have much to learn about yourself in the mirror of your interactions with others, and much to discover about significant others in your life. You're more sociable, conciliatory, and willing to compromise. You are looking at things from two sides, more aware of imbalances, and eager to make changes to restore order to your life. As the heavens part, you may feel like it's soulmate season. This is because the mighty Sun, our great luminary, has blazed a trail to enter Gemini. With the Sun sizzling across the sky from you in your solar house of partnerships, dancing with a twin flame or mirror will be a top priority for you in the month to come. Current relationships will have a microscope put upon them for better or for worse. If you've been together for barely 6 months or as long as 50 years, the Sun's light now will give you a chance to work even better as a team or re-energize your union. If you're feeling irritable, let someone else handle the customers and supervisors while you focus on projects that don't require outside input. You'll be back to your normal self soon. A harmonious environment is essential to your well-being. Taking care of this need means balancing your everyday life. And it can be such a pleasant undertaking. Home is the place where you retire and relax to recuperate from everyday stresses. So try to have the colors around you that appeal to you, the scents you enjoy, and the music you love, and your home will become the place of perfect bliss from which you venture into the world to be ready to face life's challenges. Yours is often a strongly social path. However, on a day like this, you shouldn't be surprised if your attentions are geared toward one person in particular. For married people with children, it can seem impossible to get some quality time alone. The trick to this is to make concrete plans. Even if it seems silly to make a date with your spouse, do it anyway. It can bring so much to your relationship. Don't hesitate to let your romantic side show today, thanks to both a friendly aspect to the South Node in your career sector and to the Moon as it made its monthly visit to your income sector over the weekend. As the Sun reaches his last full day in your work sector, it is with a new sense of confidence and awareness. With planets staying on after the Sun leaves, Venus not even returning to your work sector until early next month, and Mars just 4 weeks away from his first visit to your career sector in 2 years. These final hours while the solar is on your work situation. Job matters and options is more about having an authentic starting point. While the Moon will leave before the Sun returns to your relationship sector tomorrow, its monthly visit to your communication sector couldn't come with better timing. While this is the Moon's first visit to your communication sector since Pluto turned retrograde here, and this is making it easier to give the past and unsaid words a voice, it is looking and moving forward. Daily Planetary Overview. Today brings a powerful opportunity for self-reflection and growth, a chance to pause and take full ownership of your thoughts, actions, and emotions. As the Sun in grounded Taurus forms a supportive sextile with Saturn in deeply intuitive Pisces, you're being gently encouraged to step into your responsibility not as a burden, but as a gateway to personal evolution. Think of this moment as a checkpoint in your journey. Are you aligned with your values? Have your recent choices honored your deeper needs? This cosmic energy invites you to be honest with yourself without guilt or shame and recognize how far you've come, even through the tough lessons. It's okay to acknowledge where you've struggled or made mistakes. What matters is how you carry that awareness forward. And just as you begin to settle into this grounded reflection, a lighter breeze stirs the energy. The Sun shifts into lively, inquisitive Gemini later today, signaling the start of a season filled with curiosity, communication, and mental stimulation. If you've been feeling a bit weighed down or stuck in your routine, this shift may feel like a breath of fresh air. It's the perfect time to open your mind, try something new, and ask the questions you've been sitting on, whether they're about yourself, your relationships, or even the wider world. Gemini season reminds us that it's okay to not have all the answers. What matters is our willingness to learn, to explore, and to connect. So, if there's a subject you've always wanted to dive into or a hobby you've been curious about, now's the moment. Engage your intellect, start a conversation, join a class, or simply follow where your interests lead you. The joy is in the discovery. You may also find that communication flows more easily today. Whether you're opening up about how you feel, clearing the air after a disagreement, or just reconnecting with someone you haven't spoken to in a while, the atmosphere is warm, open, and forgiving. This is a beautiful time to set aside pride or assumptions and speak from the heart. Even the simplest, most sincere words can dissolve tension and bring people closer together. On a practical level, your dedication and sense of discipline are likely to be recognized. You may receive long overdue praise or a reward for your recent hard work, which brings a deep sense of fulfillment. And while external validation is lovely, remember that the most meaningful approval comes from within. Take a moment to genuinely appreciate your own growth, your perseverance, and the strength it took to get here. Financially, this is a time for patience, not risk. Even if you're presented with what seems like a golden opportunity, take a step back. Ask the hard questions, look at the fine print, and don't rush decisions. The right moment will come, but today calls for a cautious, considered approach. Protect your resources by trusting your instincts and waiting for more clarity. Lastly, don't overlook your physical well-being. If your nerves feel a bit frayed or your energy has been scattered, that's your body's way of asking for care. Prioritize rest, nourishment, and routines that replenish your system. And remember, relaxation is not laziness, it's essential. When you finally allow yourself to fully unwind, the sense of peace and pleasure you experience will be all the richer for it. So as you move through your day, ask yourself, where can I take responsibility, not as punishment, but as empowerment? What new ideas or conversations am I ready to explore? And how can I nurture both my mind and body as I grow? We'd love to hear from you. Have you recently experienced a moment of clarity or a shift in your priorities? What have you learned about yourself through owning your choices? Share your insights in the comments. You never know who might feel seen or inspired by your story. Today, remember that every choice you make, when made with self-awareness, brings you one step closer to the life you're meant to live. You're not just surviving, you're becoming. And that is something truly worth celebrating.